Once upon a time, there was a boy named Zayan. Zayan was 9 years old, bright, adventurous, and just a little clumsy. He loved running, climbing, and racing his friends. But most of all, Zayan loved his favorite red sneakers. "They're my lucky shoes," he always said. "When I wear them, I run faster than lightning." But one afternoon, something strange happened. Zayan was playing in the park when, whoosh! His right sneaker flew off his foot and zoomed up into the sky like a rocket. "Hey, come back here," Zayan shouted, hopping on one foot. His friends burst out laughing. "Did your shoe just fly? Maybe it's a superhero shoe. Or maybe it's running away from your smelly socks." Zayan ignored their teasing. "This is a mystery, and I, Detective Zayan, am going to solve it." That evening, Zayan searched everywhere, under the couch, behind the TV, even inside the fridge, because once his socks ended up there. But the flying shoe was nowhere to be found. That night, Zayan lay in bed staring at the ceiling. What if my shoe is out there, lost and lonely? What if it needs me? Suddenly, tap, 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 something hit his window. Zayan jumped up and gasped. It was his missing sneaker. But now, it had tiny silver wings fluttering on the sides. The shoe wiggled in the air like it was alive. "Are you magical?" Zayan whispered. The shoe spun in a circle, almost like it was nodding. Then it zipped around the room, knocking over books, bouncing on the bed, and zooming past Zayan's nose. "Whoa, you're fast," Zayan laughed. "But why did you fly away?" The sneaker stopped in midair and pointed its nose toward the window. Zayan peeked outside, and his jaw dropped. Dozens of other shoes, sandals, boots, slippers, were flying in the night sky, swooping and looping like a parade of birds. "My shoe has friends?" Zayan gasped. Without thinking, he slipped on his flying sneaker, which instantly tightened around his foot, and suddenly, zoom, he was lifted off the ground. "Whoa!" Zayan shouted as he soared out the window. He flew over rooftops, past the glowing streetlights, and into the starry sky, surrounded by the magical shoe parade. One sneaker with sparkly laces saluted him. A giant boot did a clumsy flip. Even a pink ballet slipper twirled gracefully in the air. Zayan laughed so hard his stomach hurt. "This is the best mystery ever!" But then, a strong gust of wind blew, and the shoe parade began wobbling dangerously. "Uh-oh!" Zayan shouted. "We're gonna crash!" Thinking fast, he called out, "Shoes, follow me!" Using his lucky sneaker, he zipped and zoomed, guiding the flying footwear into formation, like a coach leading a team. They flapped their wings in perfect rhythm until the wind calmed down. The shoes cheered, well, as much as shoes can cheer. One even tossed glitter into the air in celebration. At dawn, the shoes slowly floated back to their owners' houses, slipping neatly onto doorsteps, doormats, and closets. Zayan's red sneaker carried him safely back to his bed and tucked itself neatly beside the other shoe. "Thanks, buddy," Zayan whispered, yawning. "That was amazing." The next morning, Zayan woke up and wondered, was it all a dream? But when he looked down, his red sneakers were sparkling with tiny silver feathers. Zayan grinned from ear to ear. "Guess I really do have the fastest shoes in the world." And from that day on, every time he wore his sneakers, Zayan always kept one eye on the sky just in case another flying adventure was waiting.